Local thermometers have seen a cold dip this week. With wind chill today, it felt about -21. That's cold enough to keep many of us inside. But what about the people who don't have a home? We caught up with some of them, as well as the people running the extreme weather shelters, to learn about life in the cold.
Daphne Daly walks to stay warm. For the past month, she's been living in shelters.
It's cold, very cold, very cold.
There's about 250 people in Prince George like Daphne who live on the streets. This weather is making life extremely difficult.
I just think I was in Hawaii. You got to think warm. You got to think positive, me.
I can't even imagine what it would like to be homeless and out on the street and not having a place to go. And so, I think that we're providing a real wonderful community service in terms of making sure that this vulnerable population has a roof over their head, that they're warm and they're being fed.
AWAC, ASAP, and Ketso-Yo are considered extreme weather shelters. Between November and March, they supply 30 extra beds, and so far, they've been full.
This year's been kind of interesting. We've never been empty. Our numbers have not reduced this year, so we're going to find it challenging this winter, I'm sure.
The Extreme Weather Response Program is funded by the province and is designed to stop deaths from exposure.
If there wasn't shelter provided for these folks during the winter, we would see people dying because it takes between 3 to 30 minutes for people to freeze.
Not everyone uses shelters, though. This man didn't want his name or face used because he prefers to sleep in the bush.
I'm staying in a chicken coop right now, 10 by 10 chicken coop. I just hate. Just like the woods, and I just hate being in town. I want to be left alone.
For those who live in town like Daphne, shelters are a lifeline when the temperatures turn frigid.
A friend of mine, she's been sleeping outside with her old man, and she's in a hospital right now, and we don't know how she's going to be right now.
I've been at active support against poverty a very long time, and prior to the emergency shelters and the extreme weather program, we did lose people in Prince George to the weather, yes.
With the number of people accessing shelters creeping up, the key to survival may be finding a bed.
Well, sometimes it is very full, and then there's some people sleeping outside, and it's not fun, on the street, and then we're wandering around, some of us, and late at night sometimes.
This winter, wandering is what Daphne will be doing to stay warm and alive. Kelly Lanahan, CKPG News.